This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Brought to you by the North Law Firm. For car accidents and negligent security cases, call Joe at 239-337-1191. By Southwest Florida Crime Stoppers, where you can report crimes and get paid with nobody knowing your identity. Call 1-800-780-TIPS. By Solomon's Air Conditioning Incorporated. No matter what the weather condition is outside, have it your way inside. 239-693-1569. And by Lee Health.
Southwest Florida, welcome back to Lee Pitts Live. We're so thrilled to have here in our community a mover and a shaker. He's running for the U.S. Congress, District 19, Antonio Dumornay. Man, I get a chance to say a smooth name like Dumornay. District 19, welcome to Lee Pitts Live, man.
Welcome. Good to see you.
Man, we got to put you a mug right here and let's bump you in. Got to get the tradition. Let's put that down right there. And there we go. The idea, just the mere idea of you deciding that you want to put your hat in the political arena, how did that come about?
Well, it came about because I've been in my community, I've been watching things take shape and change. Most of the time it changes in a manner that it doesn't benefit us. So, I decided to work with the city to see if we can actually shift the focus to the community more, to where we can focus on things that really matter to us. And I still watch things continue to shift in a different direction. And that's why I decided to run. And also, I do have a good friend, Gary. He ran for county commissioner. And we worked together quite some time, and I was there when he was running. So we kind of been, piggybacking each other on how things are successful within our community. And besides that, I just want to see our community do better than it's ever done before.
District 19 covers Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, the outbearing islands, I would think, as well, Sanibel, Captiva, that type of thing. What is unique? What is specific that you think binds that district? Commonalities?
Well, beaches. Our beaches binds it. The restaurants that we have binds it. It's just the all-out ability for people to come from all over the country, all over the nation to this area, and see how we as locals, get a partake in our community, and they love it because it's different foods, different styles, different people, different everything, languages and everything. So I think that's the thing we share amongst each other.
You have chosen to run as an independent.
Yes.
Expand on that.
The reason why I chose to run as an independent because I started off as a Republican, and I just seen myself not being treated in a proper manner or not being able to have the ability to, state my case, state my claim. And I didn't really like that. And plus the nature of the political field right now, it's not targeting people's real issues when it comes to the high rising cost of living, people not being able to get their children Medicaid, who have a combined total of $60,000 a year, and also not truly giving the voice to the people, because we share a lot of things that we want to see done, but we tend to focus on different things, and that's what brought me to
Let's go back right quick. You mentioned that you started off as a Republican, but you didn't see, it almost seemed as though the Republicans were ignoring you. Do you feel like the Republican Party is ignoring people of color?
Primarily, I think so. If you don't have something to provide, or you don't have something substantial, or something that they can connect with to the rest of the base, it tends to go that way. And that's why I jumped ship and went as an independent, because I feel like the loyalty should be to the American people, not just in ideology, of a specific group of people who's running the base at the moment.
Your platform is pretty extensive. You have many things that you want to address as a congressman for District 19.
Yeah.
One of them is community development.
Yes.
Talk about that and why is it part of your platform?
Community development is unique in its own nature because, you know, we watch on television how we're giving tax cuts to the wealthy, how we're giving tax cuts to businesses, but we forget to give tax cuts to payroll workers or you know, skilled workers in the manner that they should be comforted in. And, you know, community development gives the ability for the business community to focus on the rest of the community when it comes to housing. Because the average worker in the job right now can only last 6 months to a year because they don't have the proper living ability to remain where they want to be to live in order to go where they need to go for work. And
Education.
Oh, sorry. No mean to cut you off. I don't want to forget this. But also my thoughts on community development as well is being able to develop our communities because our communities are very dilapidated and it's being, you know, very much gentrified.
When you say our, who is our?
Our African Americans,
okay,
Black Americans. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear.
Yes, Black Americans, African Americans. That's exactly what I mean.
Don't tiptoe around.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad.
And I think it's refreshing that our television audience hear you say that.
Yes.
Education, that's a part of your platform. How does a congressman impact education?
By working with elected officials, you know, who's in the educational department, who can enact those changes within Lee and Collier County. And also being a congressman, I can actually go to Tallahassee and implement some change as well, get people unified together to focus on an issue that we all can agree on when it comes to education.
Youth offender career training.
Yes. Youth career offender career training. It's not a secret that our kids are, you know, faced with the law every time, whether it be 16 years old, 17 years old, 18 years old. My focus on that is that instead of sending that young man or that young woman to jail or to detention center, we take that person and we get them involved into a career training program because that person is probably doing something that they're not being represented well on, whether it be in education or at home, because there's problems that make kids act out. And we should be able to, as parents, focus on that, what's making them act out, and focus them, you know, push them towards a career to help them focus and figure out a better path in life besides what they're getting in trouble doing.
Let's skip to another one, the high-speed railing system.
Oh, yes.
I'm really interested in hearing about this,
oh, yes.
Mr. Visionary.
Well, it's futuristic in my manner. I think it would be very beneficial to Florida because instead of traveling on the highway as I did to get here, it can get pretty hectic and it can cause some delays in where you're trying to be somewhere on time. So having a high-speed railing system that, you know, goes from Fort Myers to Miami, from Miami to Orlando and back to Fort Myers, like a Bermuda Triangle, we can get to places within 30 minutes, 20 minutes, like at a drop of a dime. And it's futuristic because it gives the next generation to move away from the cost of debt when it comes to traveling or renting cars in that manner. And I'm pretty aware that Senator Scott mentioned this before. He didn't have the ability in previous past to get this done, but if he had more people from our community that would love to see something like this with a voice from my generation that would love to see this implemented, I think he can get it done.
We see your website appearing on the screen throughout the interview, but people, I want you to give your website verbally where people can go there. And there's also a way for them to get involved with your campaign if they visit your website. Go.
Well, to get involved with my campaign, just go to my website, Dumornay2020.com, Dumornay 2020.com, and hit contact me. Write me what's ever on your mind. If you want to partake in my campaign and spreading the word, all it takes is $5 for people to donate because I know the hardship of everyone within the community, whether it be Black, white, Hispanic, or Asian. I know everyone's struggling out there.
Rich or poor.
Rich or poor. I know everyone is struggling out there, and I'm giving the helping hand of being able to support someone that would speak for them in that manner of $5 only. And plus, I'm the only 9-to-5 candidate that's actually running for office. So I work a job and I'm managing my campaign.
Running as an independent, I would think that that would be more difficult for you to get those campaign dollars from all the different groups, or do you see that are you as concerned about getting the money, or do you think that your grassroots approach supersedes all of that?
Both. Well, it's a little challenging because, a lot of things are expensive, whether it comes to science, commercials, whatever. Just being able to circulate your name out to the public is expensive. But being an independent gives me an edge because I actually walk straight to the polls. So it gives people the ability to, not worry about voting for a Republican or a Democrat through the primaries, but also to meet me at the polls where they can actually see my name on the ballot. I'm actually well confident that people would actually just skip it all and make it to the ballot, because that's what most communities tend to do that doesn't have a disposable income. Those who have a disposable income are more involved in primaries and things like that.
So you don't even have to, you're not going to be a part of the primary.
Nope.
You're going straight to the general.
Straight to the general.
You seem to like that concept.
Oh yeah, it's a smart move. It's well calculated. If anyone's watching me, you'll be watching a chess player well above his class.
A Republican or a Democrat can vote for you?
Yes.
They don't have to change their status to independent?
Nope.
Okay. What qualifies you?
Well, I wouldn't be as qualified, honestly speaking, just like a Byron Donalds or a Dan Eagle or Dr. Flagerson. I wouldn't be as qualified as them concerning the jobs that they have. But what qualifies me is the connection that I have to the people of working an average 9 to 5 that has to worry about paying bills, car payments, sending kids to school, getting groceries, simple things like that. They have more of an edge on me because of what they do. Most of them are already on the legislative of Florida. Now, knowing that, the question for them is, why haven't they done anything for the community when it comes to leveraging the high rising cost of living? Focusing on citizens here when it comes to right to work, because we're watching a lot of foreign work, consume our state. No offense, but we need to focus on our community first before we look outside. I'm a community development guy. I like to focus on what's at home before I look what's outside my door.
You're going to be you'll be a United States congressman, which means that you'll be spending some time in Washington, D.C. As a congressman for District 19. D.C., again, the current president, Donald Trump. What is your thoughts on him?
Donald Trump has great ideas. Not all of them are perfect. I don't like how he's handling the social issues of the broader community. But at the same time, he is our president. People chose him. I just want Republicans to know in his base, they need affordable housing. They need health care. They need the ability to function within their community. So taking a look at me, they might see a better chance without having to run away from the president that they love.
You mentioned that you're a basic 9 to 5 guy, work a real job. What do you do?
Well, I'm a golf cart. I'm a transporter. I deliver golf carts throughout Southwest Florida. I do a little bit of maintenance. We sell and things like that. I wake up every morning at 8 o'clock. I go to work from 8 to 4. Come home, pick up my kids, go to the park, cook dinner, and then try to put them to bed by 8 at night so I can have 2 hours to myself before I continue back to work again, and also find time to manage my campaign and focus on things that I need a little bit more fixing on.
I think you're going to be very refreshing on the campaign trail. People are seeing you, many people are seeing you for the first time now, hundreds of thousands of people. But based on what I'm picking up from you right now and watching how you're going about what you're doing, you're going to certainly be a formidable opponent, and we wish you much luck in this endeavor.
Honest critique from everybody is what I want, because then I know what I'm making mistakes in, so I can actually change them. And I just love for people to give me their best criticism possible. That's the only way I know how to fix myself and move forward.
Antonio Dumornay, candidate, District 19, U.S. Congress, and independent.
Yes, sir.
been a pleasure having you on the show.
I enjoyed being here, and I wish to come here more often.
We'll see about that. As the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by Antonio Dumornay, candidate for District 19 U.S. Congress, who are doing it. We'll see you.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello, everybody. This is Lee Pitts, the host of the award-winning Lee Pitts Live here on Fox 4. We appreciate you watching our show here on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, clicking below. Let everybody else know that they can subscribe as well. Also, when we're on the air on Fox 4, you can also catch us streaming live at 8:30 a.m. in the morning on fox4now.com. Just click on live and you get us all types of ways at your convenience. That's Lee Pitts Live.